Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Dark here. We are reviewing the November 8th episode of WWE SmackDown. So let's get into it. It starts with the OTC Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. They're pretty much stating Roman's like, all I want at the end of the day is to fight Solo Sikoa. He wants his head of the table back, and he doesn't care what he's got to do to make that result happen. Jey Uso comes out basically saying that what Sammy did was unintentional, and he wants Roman to hear him out because they gotta stick like a family like that. And Roman's like, kind of hesitant. Sammy comes out, basically says the same spiel. I say spiel because it's kind of just the same old of why he was out there at Crown Jewel to help out Mr. Jey Uso down there, and he didn't really care for Roman. And Sammy's like, I'm willing to push past all the anger and past our problems so we can handle Solo Sikoa and his bloodline. And Roman's like, you're not family. You're not a part of this. This is our thing to handle. And Sammy, literally all Sammy asked for was an apology for Jey, not only for himself obviously, but for Jey because Jey has been through so much as not like the sole member of it, but in terms of like the one that got the most ridicule from Roman was Jey. So all Sammy wanted was that, and they could push past everything and be a group again. So Roman was like, "Nah, I'm not having that. He's not family, Oos." And then as Sammy's leaving, Jacob cuts a promo saying, "Hey Roman, I don't care that you want Solo to come out. Solo does what Solo does whenever he wants to. Solo calls his own shots. No one calls him out, and he's just gonna entertain that. So yeah, nah, dude, this promo from Jacob right here was solid, bro. That was really dope for him to like finally get some mic time and actually like shine. We love you, Solo. Like, bro, that's gold right there. So Roman kind of not really budging with the whole thing of Jay kind of like, hey, talk to Sammy so we can work this out. Jay grabs Roman right there. And Roman's like, nah, I'm good. You talk to Sammy. And Jay's like, um, that's a free pass. Cause Jay stated like, hey, if you're gonna try to pull strings here and and try to be our lead when we're all equals, I'm just gonna end up dipping. So Jay was a little pissed. Jimmy was a little pissed. So Roman was like kind of to himself, kind of just thinking. And Jay pretty much just made a good point. Like Roman's in the wrong here. Like Roman needs a lot to figure out before they can all be a family again. All right. Bailey ended up fighting Candice LeRae. Bailey ends up picking up the victory. It was an okay match for a women's match. It was solid. The Motor City Machine Guns get confronted by DIY's Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano basically was saying, "Hey, Shelly, like you guys are people that mentor me. People that I look up to and that I've looked up to for years. And Shelly and Gargano are like that." Ciampa ain't too thrilled about that. Ciampa's pretty pissed. Randy comes out all voice all raspy because Crown Jewel and all that. Randy's like, I want to make I want to make KO suffer. I want KO dead basically. Like I'm not I'm not for all that. What happened to Crown Jewel? KO comes out. Kevin is right. I love that T-shirt. That's dope. They brawl. Kevin Owens hits a freaking pile driver, which is a banned move in WWE. He hits it on to Randy Orton, and Randy basically needs medical attention. Bro gets put on the freaking stretcher, like a full-on stretcher thing and everything. Cody basically, helps him out. They go off to a medical facility, and Michael Cole ends up saying that um, it's undisclosed at this time, so they'll have more updates as they go, I guess. The next segment was a match between DIY and Pretty Deadly. It was literally just Ciampa versus Pretty Deadly because he didn't decide to tag in Gargano. Ciampa's still pissed at Gargano for everything because he feels like the Motor City Machine Guns just came in and took their opportunity, which he's right. Because to be honest, before Motor City debuted, it was between DIY, Street Profits, and the Bloodline. Here's what it is. So just more dissension between them. I do eventually maybe see them breaking out, but who knows? Roman kind of contemplating, pacing back and forth. Not really pacing back and forth because obviously he's just sitting there. He's like kind of pacing back and forth in his head. Probably he's like, dude, what do I do? Candace and Tiffany kind of get into it. Basically kind of just butting heads about who's able to help Nia more. And Tiffany ends up getting a match set up for her and Nia to face the women's tag team champions, which is Bianca and Jade. Those two right there. Candice LeRae ends up coming out, intervening, trying to help Nia and prove that she matters more than Tiffany to Nia, which ends up costing them the match. The women's tag champs end up, winning the match, obviously. Naomi comes out to even the odds and take out Candice. Do this freaking super kick on the Nia was crazy. And then the what is it? The KOD or whatever. Bianca hits down to Tiffany. They end up picking up the win. Uh, A Town Down Under ends up having a match against the Motor City Machine Guns. It was supposed to be a segment on the Grayson Waller effect. That didn't end up happening. I don't know what. But yeah, we ended up getting a cool match. Shelly ends up hyperextending his leg, his knee. So that was a little interesting. He kind of played that throughout the match. I hope he's okay. I genuinely do. I hope it's just a work. Oh, hail Saban. Yes, sir. Classic Guns offense, the drop kick into the, uh, what is that? Like the mic check, right? Like Mr. Kennedy type thing. Yeah, that's cool. And then Skull and Bones and the Motor City Machine Guns win against A Town Down Under. I'm still really hyped to see like one of my childhood tag teams in WWE. That's really, really dope for them. Awesome. Roman's still contemplating what to do. The Guns pretty much go backstage, get confronted by DIY saying that, hey, we feel like we're next in line to get a title shot. Street Profits with BFAB come out and they say that they talked to Nick Aldis, that they're getting a title shot. DIY is not going to be happy about that. DIY is probably going to get involved. We're probably going to get a freaking triple threat tag match for these belts. And I still see Motor City coming out on top. There's no way they're losing them. They just got them. Really dope segment of the night. Nick Aldis ends up announcing that we got a women's mid-card title. It is the Women's United States Championship. That's really, really dope. I'm going to have a theory video on this because I want to have a theory video on it. I have like maybe 3 candidates of who I think can realistically hold this, and maybe for how long, and who it will kind of center around. So yeah, I'll let you guys know when I do that. Also announced for next week, it is Nia Jax and Naomi. Also, this match that I just mentioned kind of earlier, I don't see this ending clean. Solo comes out with his bloodline, which is the Gorillas of Destiny and Jacob Fatu. We love you, Solo. Solo just looks irritated at this point. He's telling them to back off, like Roman can't freaking solo this, like 1v4 type scenario. But yeah, Solo does this typical thing, oh, acknowledge me, Roman. So pretty much Roman says that he wants a one-on-one match with Solo for the tribal chief head of the table situation. And Solo is like, you know what? I'll do you one better. Let's do a 5v5. I have Sammy on my team. So Sammy's like, all right, bet. I'm going to come out, and Bloodline basically jumps Roman. He Helluva kicks Solo because obviously Helluva kicks Fatu. Roman spears Solo. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We are for sure getting Bloodline War Games at Survivor Series. Throw up them ones. That's pretty much it. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Later, y'all.